The truth about God and money. Let's be real. All of us want to be rich, right? Well, most of us. But how do we make sure we do things right in such a way that our hearts aren't corrupted and we end up serving and chasing money instead of God? It's very easy as a Christian to fall into the trap of chasing money because we need money in order to survive. I mean, we gotta buy a house, we gotta buy a car, clothes, food, water, electricity, all sorts of stuff. But there's always a right way and a wrong way of doing things. Now, this is where God comes in because God understands that if we do things by ourselves, we're gonna stumble 10 times out of 10. So He creates a perfect plan catered specifically for that individual, and all He requires from us is to have faith in that plan and execute it to the best of our ability. But we have to show God that we have this faith in Him and not the money. We have to let God know that our eyes are set on Him and not these materialistic things. We have to make sure our hearts are in the right place because it's our hearts that influence our actions. And who better to ask than God Himself? A lot of people say that money is the root of all evil, but that's not true. It's the love of money that's the root of all evil. Because we all know David was super wealthy, Abraham, Solomon, and many more had enormous amounts of wealth and were blessed by God. But they still managed to keep their integrity, to keep their honor, to keep their faith and their hope in Jesus Christ and not in these materialistic things. God already knows what you need before you even ask Him. But that doesn't mean we get to sit back and relax and be, God will handle that. No, because God calls us to seek Ye first, not second, not third, not fourth, but first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all else shall be added unto you. But the key word here is seek, because seek is a verb, a doing word, an action. If you're looking for treasure, seeking treasure, that means you're out there and about looking for this treasure, digging up holes and doing all types of stuff. So when we ought to seek Ye first the kingdom and His righteousness, we have to physically be doing work trying to seek the said righteousness. Now remember the parable of the talents. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but one of the guys received 5 talents, the other received 3, and the other 1. These talents back in those days were a form of currency for them. So the man who gave them these talents said, I am going away for a while. When I come back, I want to see what you did with these talents. So he went away, and after a while he came back and called these men in. So the first guy came in and said, hey, look, I have 10. I doubled what you gave me. The man, proud, congratulated him and thanked him for his hard work. The second guy came in and said the same. Hey, look, I have 6. I doubled what you gave me. Similarly, he was proud of him and congratulated him for his hard work. But the third and final guy came in and said, hey, I was afraid of losing what you gave me, so I buried it away and kept it safe. Here is what you gave me. But instead of congratulating him, he actually rebuked him for not doing anything with these talents. The same goes for us, Christians. God doesn't expect us to do what David did or to do what Abraham did. He expects us to do what we can with what He already gave us. So if the Holy Spirit's been calling you to do something, but you've been ignoring it, maybe it's time to listen in and see what God has called you to do. Because who knows, your blessings might just be around the corner. This has been the Hillside Journal, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. God bless.